Welcome back to my channel, guys. So today I'll be talking about Premier League Match Week 21 Peru and prediction. So for Premier League Match Week 20, I think my prediction were pretty bad. I think for January 26 it was alright, but then next day prediction was pretty bad. So without any further ado, let's get to Everton versus Newcastle. Everton are coming off a 1-1 draw against Leicester City. On the other hand, Newcastle are coming off a 2-1 defeat against Leeds United, and they're winless in their last 11 matches. So this is kind of a worrying sign for them. But to be honest, if you do watch their game against Leeds United, I think they did perform really well, and they were creating a lot of chances. And I think that was kind of a first time I saw Leeds United sitting back against a team. So it was kind of surprising, but as I said, their form line is not really looking good, so there is kind of a doubt. But I'm pretty sure they're going to give a good fight, but I do think Everton will get their job done. I think it's going to be tough. Newcastle will try to make things tough. I won't be surprised if it is a draw, but I'm going to go for Everton 2, Newcastle 1. Crystal Palace versus Wolves. This is going to be another weird game because both of these teams are really good at parking the bus. So it is really going to be interesting. And in terms of form line, in the last 4 matches, Crystal Palace are winless. And their last win was against Sheffield United, 2-0 win in Premier League. On the other hand, for Wolves, in the last 5 matches, they have won twice, but it was in FA Cup. But in Premier League, their form line is pretty bad. We all know about that. But their performance against Chelsea, I think there were some signs that Wolves are going back to back 5, and it is kind of helping them. In terms of making chances in that against Chelsea, I do think Wolves made limited chances, but I do hope and I do think they're going to make a lot of chances against Crystal Palace. It is going to be a close game, but I'm going to go for Wolves to win this game with a scoreline of 1-0 because Wolves do have a really good record against Crystal Palace. In the last 3 matches between these two teams, Wolves have won all 3 of them. So I do think Wolves should win this game. I know it's going to be tough, but I'm going to go for Wolves 1, Crystal Palace 0. Manchester City versus Sheffield United. I do think this is going to be a really close game. Manchester City in the last 5 matches, they're unbeaten. They got 5 wins in the last 5 games. On the other hand, for Sheffield United, I'm pretty sure many of us don't know about this, but then in the last 5 fixtures, they won 4 of their games, and 2 of them were in FA Cup and 2 were in Premier League, and including a win over Manchester United. So I can tell you that Sheffield United are actually performing well, and maybe they will believe in themselves that we can beat Manchester City because they will be without Kevin De Bruyne. But to be honest, Manchester City do have a lot of class. They do push a lot. So I think it's going to be tough. Sheffield United will surely try their best, but I'm going to go for Manchester City 3, Sheffield United 1. West Brom versus Fulham. This is going to be a great game to watch because both of these teams will be fighting for a win. Because whoever wins this game, I can tell you they will be in a better position because Fulham got 13 points at the moment. West Brom do have 11 points. So if West Brom win, they'll go ahead of Fulham. And if Fulham win, they will be 2 points behind Brighton. So it is a really important game for both of these teams. But to be honest, if you look at West Brom home record, they do have a very bad home record because in their last 10 home matches, they've conceded 29 goals. It is really bad. So I think it's going to be tough for them. And I'm pretty sure Fulham will be aware of that. We have to win this game because if Fulham want to survive, I really want them to survive, but they will have to somehow pick up wins because the way they're playing right now, they are playing I won't say they're playing that bad or that good, but they're like a 50-50 team. So I do think they do deserve this win. It's going to be a close game. West Brom will really also fight for this game, but I'm going to go for Fulham 1, West Brom 0. Arsenal versus Manchester United. I can tell you this is going to be a really close game. And we all know Arsenal recently, they've been performing really well. In the last 7 Premier League matches, they're unbeaten. So I can tell you they are in really good form. On the other hand, for Manchester United, I thought they were really playing well, but then their defeat against Sheffield United really changed everyone's mind, also my mind, because Manchester United should have won that game. Because I'm not saying anything bad about Sheffield United, I respect that team, but then if you want to win Premier League, you have to win those kind of matches. You can't really afford to give away points to that kind of team. So it was not a really good performance, I'd say. So that's why I think this game will be wide open. I think both of the team will try to go for a win, and I think Manchester United will dominate the possession and Arsenal might sit back and rely on their speed. So it's going to be a close game, but from a prediction, I'm going to go with a draw. I think Arsenal won, Manchester United won. Southampton versus Aston Villa, I think both of these teams will be eager to bounce back. Southampton, they were kind of disappointing against Arsenal because I really thought they would perform well, but to be honest, Arsenal really did perform well, and defensively, Arsenal were very organized, and Southampton, they did have their chances, but it was just not good enough. On the other hand, for Aston Villa, I thought they would win against Burnley, but they didn't, and I think Aston Villa fans should be disappointed with themselves because they were leading 2-1, and then suddenly Burnley scored 2 goals and game over. So I think both of these teams will be eager to bounce back because they've been performing well this season. So it's going to be a close one. And the last time they met this season, it was a really high scoring game, Southampton 4, Aston Villa 3. So I think this is going to be a really good game to watch as well. And for prediction, I'm just going to go with Aston Villa because Southampton, their strikers do have a problem, which is their finishing touch. And their finishing touch is pretty bad recently, I'd say. To be honest, they are a decent team, but then I think against Aston Villa, you all know that Aston Villa defensively, they are one of the best teams this season. So it's going to be a close one, but I'm going to go for Aston Villa 1, Southampton 0. Chelsea versus Burnley, I think this is going to be an interesting game. It is going to be Chelsea manager's second game, and it's going to be another home game, so I think he should be telling his boys that we have to win this game. On the other hand, Burnley, they are a team that you don't really like to watch because the way they play football is not really interesting and like it's kind of a boring playing style. But then when they play really well. And in the last 3 matches, they beat Liverpool 1-0, beat 3-0 Fulham, and then they won against Aston Villa 3-2. It was a really good performance. So I think this game is going to be an interesting one. And I know many people will be saying it's going to be an easy game for Chelsea, but I think Burnley are going to give a good fight. But because of their new manager, I think he's going to bring some fresh tactics, and I think the players will be fresh, and I think they will want to win something for their new manager in their second home game. So I think it's going to be a close one, but I'm going to go for Chelsea to win this game, and I'm going to go for Chelsea 2, Burnley 1. But it's going to be a really good game, and it's going to be a really, really close game. Leicester City versus Leeds United. I think this is going to be a great game to watch. Leicester City are coming off a 1-1 draw against Everton, and I think they should have won that game because they were creating a lot of chances and they did have a lot of the possession, but still they were kind of unlucky and missing the finishing touch. On the other hand, for Leeds United, I think they should be kind of disappointed with their performance against Newcastle, even though they were winning 2-1, but this was the first time I actually saw Leeds United sitting back, and I do think their manager will be a little bit disappointed, but they got 3 points, and I think that's what matters. But against Leicester City, I don't think they can do that. They have to attack because, as I said, if you give away chances to a team like Leicester City, they're going to punish you because they do create a lot of chances normally. So if you do give away possession to them, it's going to be scary. But for this game, I'm going to go for Leicester City to win because they have more quality and they've been very consistent compared to Leeds United. We all know that Leeds United on their day, they can be a very dangerous side, but that's not really working this season yet. But still, I do think it's going to be a close game. But I'm going to go for Leicester City to Leeds United 0. Liverpool versus West Ham. I really waited for their game against Spurs for a long time. Like, I made this video like 2 days ago. But then for this match, I saved my recording for later on because I was waiting for Liverpool to play against Tottenham. So Liverpool actually did play really well against Tottenham, and I think they do deserve that win. But yes, there's another injury issue for Liverpool, and I think they will be signing a centre back in the next couple of days because the situation for the centre back is getting worse and worse. For West Ham, I think they've been performing well. In their last 5 matches, they're unbeaten. They won all of their games. On the other hand, for Liverpool, yes, they were not really scoring goals and they were kind of struggling. But then after Manchester United game, the strikers are finally found their feet, and I think they will be confident coming into this fixture. They even scored 3 goals against Spurs, so I think it's a good side because we all know that Spurs this season is really, really hard to get past. So I think Liverpool is finally picking up again, and it's going to be a close one. I think West Ham will give a really, really good fight, but I think at the end of the day, Liverpool class might be a little bit too much for West Ham, and I'm going to go for a low-scoring game, Liverpool 2, West Ham 1. Brighton versus Tottenham. I think this is going to be an interesting game. Brighton, in the last 6 fixture, they only lost 1 game, and it was against Manchester City 1-0. On the other hand, for Tottenham, the recent form line is good, but then the defeat against Liverpool might have changed many people's mind, and including mine. So I do think it's going to be a really brilliant game to watch. I think Tottenham will be happy to sit back. And we all know that Brighton do like to play attacking football this season. So I do think Brighton will try to attack and find a goal. But if Tottenham score early, I think they'll start to park the bus. So Brighton should be really aware of they have to score the first goal. If they don't score the first goal, I can tell you Tottenham might win this game. But from a prediction, I do think Brighton have a good team. And I think they will be eager to get a win because they've been getting a lot of draws recently. So they are going to be eager to win this game. Even for Tottenham, I think they will be eager to get a win because the recent form line is not that good. Like they are winning games, but then if you look at the table, they are already 8 points behind Manchester City. So I think they will be telling themselves we have to win this game. So it's going to be a close game. But I just have a feeling that Tottenham might just find a little bit difficult against Brighton because they've been playing some decent football. And their new goalkeeper, Sanchez, or I shouldn't say he's a new goalkeeper, like he recently started to play a lot of game for Brighton and he's doing a really decent job. So I think it's really hard to get past him. It's going to be a close one, but I'm going to go for a draw. Brighton 1, Tottenham 1. There's no hate for Tottenham. I just think that Brighton, they've been playing some attacking football. So if Tottenham go behind early, I think they'll find it difficult. So that's it for Premier League Match Week 21 Peruvian predictions. So if you guys did enjoy my video, please give a big thumbs up and remember to subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys soon as Premier League matches are really close these days. There are only like one day off and then we have another match week. So yeah, so take care and see you guys very soon.